All right, everyone, here we go. 3 quick cards with me and a bottom card. You got a King of Wands, Burger King. I'm laughing at you because we just finished. Well, I just finished. Well, maybe an hour ago. I finished the Soulmate Journey reading, which you're all watching, or did watch, or will watch. I don't know. We talked about something in there. It's been pretty crazy reading. Anyway, I thought we'd see if we could expand on it. I don't know that we can or are, but I do have a King of Wands here. Let's see what the universe... I said, what do you want to tell my people? Surface energy. This is a pre-shuffle, not a cut. It's the King of Wands crossed by the Page of Wands and the Four of Cups. I'm going to see what's under the Four of Cups. I don't actually know. A Page of Swords. It's someone you thought was awesome. You thought it was your soulmate. You thought they were great. The King of Wands makes you believe anything is possible, and they're just a disappointed. It turns out they didn't care at all. They only cared about themselves. And people probably tried to warn you about this person that they only care about themselves. I know I've been trying to warn you since the King of Wands came up that they only care about themselves. I ripped my guts out doing these readings. Keep trying to tell people if they're King of Wands energy, they're very self-focused. It's a narcissist. I mean, unbelievable. Okay. But on the plus side, it works for the soulmate cycle because a lot of the DMs are narcissists. And the best way to actually get a narcissist's attention, unless they're a malignant or maniacal narcissist, and then you want to be careful. But for a standard run-of-the-mill narcissist, the best way to get their attention is to actually ignore them. He'll come right to you. They'll come right to you. Oh, I'll tell you what. All right, let's see where we go. Let's shuffle the deck. Let's see what the universe wants to tell you. It's just disappointment around that energy. So much. I got disappointment on the Four of Cups and apathy. And you thought it would be bigger. I've got disappointment on the Page of Swords that we looked at together that I didn't even know was there. I was just feeling I thought the Four of Cups felt a little too strong. And that's why I looked under it. God's honest truth. Oh my God. Okay. 3 cards and a bottom card. What do you get? What do you want to tell my people? And I grabbed the deck we didn't touch because we used all the decks over here and the animal deck, which is now on the floor, for the soul journey. So I grabbed this one because we didn't touch it. So I wanted to see what would happen. Bottom of the deck is the Six of Cups. Well, you definitely have somebody from your past returning. All right? Now we're going to get a little bit of story here. Judgment. Something you thought was dead, returning. Someone you thought was gone, returning. An old issue you thought was gone, returning. All right? 10 of Pentacles. It enters your life. It affects your life. This energy returning affects your life. All what you figure out about this energy affects your life. The decision you make about this energy affects your life. Just because it's returning doesn't mean you need to let it in. Right? It doesn't mean that. If you already said no to the vacuum cleaner salesman, why are you letting them in when they come back? Right? That's just a bad sign. That's just a Dateline NBC waiting to happen. You know? With the host of the show going, well, why did she let him in? She had already... Who would let a salesman... I mean, okay. At some point, it becomes survival of the fittest. I mean, who would let the damn salesman in? If they say they got to go to the bathroom and you don't know them, you point to a bush in the yard. You go, well, if you can hide it, you can go over there. Sometimes the neighbor lady look out the window. But, it is what it is. 3 cards and a bottom card. I try to keep you guys safe. I really do. Ace of Swords. A lot of crazy people in the world. I tell you, I'm one of them. But, I'm safely on the other side of video. The Tower. The 5 of Cups. But the fact that I admit it makes me less dangerous. I'm not claiming that I'm sane. I never do. I always call myself nuts. I am. I'm crazy. Some of my friends think I'm a space alien that's here just because I take notes. I people watch and I do my notebooks. They think I'm a space alien that's here to observe people, the humans of Earth. I tell them that can't be true. Because if that were true, I'd gotten in my spaceship a long time ago and left in shame. 6 of Cups and a Tower, whatever this is, whoever this person returns, the vacuum cleaner salesman returns back to the fucking door. And somehow, I don't know, you have some kind of dumbass attack here or something. I have no idea. Reconciliation. You're actually considering it. I don't know why. I don't know why you're actually considering it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to grab the light seer. I'm going to Eight of Swords. Okay. Let's pull on the Tower. Seriously, though, about 90% of my people watching, about 90% of those like Dateline, NBC, and 2020 stories, if you watch them, you realize that if somebody could read people a little better, they'd probably still be alive. 9 times out of 10, that's what happens. We trust people for the stupidest reasons and fall for the dumbest shit. You know, you have to be very careful. Very, very careful. You got to go way beyond surface energy. Surface energy is like my pre-shuffle or the cards after the cut kind of a thing. It's real. Just take a look at that, the difference between the pre-shuffle and what happens with the whole reading, right? You want to be able to look at the whole reading. You know, it's not always, you can't just go by the pre-shuffle and go, oh, he said they're reaching out. You know, by the time we get to the end of the reading, they might be, they might not be, or this, that, or the other thing. Why is the Tower here? Let's see if I can prevent you from making a mistake. Maybe. It's crossed by the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is right there. It's crossed by the Ace of Wands. It happens rather suddenly. So someone shows up at the it's almost like sometimes the Ace of Wands can be an inopportune time. Like somebody shows up and they're knocking and you're in the shower, sort of a thing. They show up right at a moment when you think you might miss them, so you come running out. You know, that kind of a thing. It catches you by surprise. Can I just put it that way? A little bit. That's often the case with the Tower being crossed by an Ace of Wands. What's on top? The Seven of Swords. This person why is that here? Why is there deception here? The Empress. Yeah. Like I just said, you got out of the shower, there you are. You come running out, Empress titties. Oh my God, I gotta get the door. Right? You know, hoping they're not looking. Oh, I'm not looking, babe. I didn't see anything. Lie. Right? Of course they did. All right, I can see it. I'm looking. I'm not going to lie to you. All right, there, I see it. At the end of but that's what's here. That's what I'm talking about. It's exactly what I just said. Somebody here will say anything. Everybody wants to bang the Empress, but not everybody gets to. This person will say anything to get back in your good graces. Right? Anything. They'll say, this is the energy of that. They will say anything. And for some reason, you're inclined to buy it. Normally, we would say about the Five of Cups, oh, you're sad about the 3 cups down, but the 2 still standing, blah, blah, blah. No, in this case here, you know that there's going to be 3 cups down, and you wonder why you're doing it anyway. It's like this person is on top of you here in the Empress energy, and you're banging them, and you're like, why am I doing this? I know what's going to happen. You know, I don't know. What's the bridge here? The World. It'll be different this time, baby. That's what this energy is. If I'm to translate it literally, it'll be different this time, baby. Okay. I promise you. Right? Okay. Ace of Swords, reconciliation energy. You know it's a bad idea. I can tell you do. You can smell the regret coming off of it already. I don't know who this is. It doesn't have to be your runner. It's somebody you got a soul connection with. It's somebody who's a part of your life. Or they were, and them coming back causes a disruption. And I suspect there's somebody else that's not going to like that this person's back. Right? I don't know. I don't know who. I'm not sure they're going to be too thrilled you're at the door with your titties out either. But I mean, hey, whatever. Let's go. In my family, that wouldn't have been a big deal. My parents were like raging hippies. My God. Jesus. Fucking hell. Ace of Swords. I know. Even the bird laughs. All right, here we go. Ace of Swords. Why is it here? Come on. Come on. 3 of Cups. They won't take you out. Yeah, they do. They want to go out with you. Sometimes that's the energy. It's a celebration energy. But the way I read it is somebody wants to take you out. They want to celebrate with you. They might be showing up with good news. Possibly. Right? Somebody shows up out of nowhere. Remember, the Ace of Wands was here. Out of nowhere, they're all excited about something. They come back, baby, I won the lottery. Or, baby, I finally got that job. I'm the vice president of vending machines at the bowling alley. I mean, I don't know, whatever the fuck they are. Whatever it is, whatever that good news is, it's a lie. You're getting this whole, it's a lie. It's just because nobody can resist this. This energy can't resist this. All right? But I think you like this person. I don't think you can resist this person here. I think this is a pretty hot thing. I think this is sexual. I do not think this is a family member. If it is, you best call the police and a counselor. I don't think that's what this is. All right. It could, because somebody wants to take you out. It could be somebody new. Could be you get surprised. They ask you out. You just go to work. You sit down at your desk like you always do, and all of a sudden this person walks up. You've seen them a couple of times. And they ask you out. It could be the UPS guy, the FedEx guy. That happens all the time. You know, in an office I had, we had the DHL guy. I think he banged every girl in that office. Honestly, I do. The DHL guy. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the orange and red or the yellow and red kind of coloring together. They got like the colors of McDonald's going or it makes you hungry or something. I don't know. But whatever the case, this could be that. Either way, be careful. All right. Everybody wants to bang the Empress. Your energy's coming up. I've told you this in recent readings. Your attractiveness is resetting. I said that, didn't I? I noticed it in my own energy. My own attractiveness is resetting. It doesn't matter. And I did a little experiment last week. It doesn't, for a while it had lightened. But now, in recent weeks, days actually, because I did a test just a few days ago, blew my wife's mind too. Anytime I step outside, I wait for there's nobody there. There's nobody out to the left and nobody to the right, nobody behind me. I step outside. All of a sudden, everybody, within 2 minutes, everybody I don't want to see is out there. And they're coming down the street, they're coming out of here, they're coming out of there. It happens. It hasn't been like that in a while, so energy, that's strong. So energy is resetting to some level. Well, we're in a world point. It is a 36-year cycle, but that's a long cycle. That's different. So whatever it is, you're very attractive. You've got that same vibe going if this reading's for you. It's not for everybody. It can't be. But if this reading's for you, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's just, I'm not saying it's a bad person. Your instincts will tell you it'll end in regret. But if you want it, go for it. Do what you want to do. But somebody's lying to you to get those titties. Male or female, it doesn't matter. You can be a dude, eat too much chicken. They're pumping that shit with hormones these days. You get that. You can do better than that. Tell you what. What's on top? King of Pentacles. Why is that? I don't need commentary from the parrot. Right? The parrot gallery. What's going on? I don't need any help. I can read these just fine. All right? Why is that here? It's my fault. I gave him a piece of potato. Oh, carbohydrates. I give it a 2-year-old sugar at 10 o'clock at night. Good luck. I know. I mean, oh my God, he's crazy. All right. Oh, the Five of Wands. This just, it seems like there's a couple of ideas. You're tempted to say no, but you're more tempted to say yes. Somebody wants to, if it is somebody you know, this is a secondary layer of energy, so it's probably here for a good number of you. They're going to admit they were wrong about something, just to keep peace. This has come up recently too. People will say whatever they need to say to get the Empress back in their life. Could be a family member. I mean, I doubt it. It feels very hot to me, but it could be. I don't know. But whatever it is, they'll say whatever they need to say to get you back in their life. You know, I already showed you the Ten of Pentacles. Back in their life. So if that means agreeing with you on a point of view, they'll do that. Okay? But this World card tells me either somebody tells you they've changed, or this is somebody different from who you would normally go out with. Perhaps it is the DHL guy or the FedEx guy. I don't know. What's the bridge here? I can't. Devil here, mild devil energy, and a devil here. Yeah, they're lying. What did I say? Come on. Look, that's why I throw the cards. I read the energy, I wait, and then I throw the card. It's right there. Say anything. This girl, this right here. Let's just take it girl and guy. All right, let's just do, I don't care what your gender is, whatever. Girl and a guy. This girl is not banging this guy. He doesn't have a chance in hell without popping something in her drink or some bullshit devilish move like that. Not a chance in fucking hell. Right? And they know that. So they're going to say whatever they need to say. He's going to comb the hair down. Right? Make it look like he got it cut. Going to put on some nice clothes. Going to say whatever's necessary. Got some clever lies, some clever lines. It's somebody returning. All right. It's a soulmate returning. If it's somebody new, if it is the DHL or FedEx guy, it might be somebody you knew in a past life. It could be. That's why they're so attracted to you then. Right? I don't know. But for most of you, this is an ex. This is somebody who's hit this shit before. And they want it again. Because it's good shit. Now, here's the card that's bothering me. These were all easy. This is not going to be as easy. I'm going to clarify this with the witches. All right, we're going in. Here we go. Tell me about the Five of Cups. Why did you give me this Five of Cups? And why do I feel like that's not my viewer or this other person? That's me. All right, I'm feeling this way. I'm regretting doing this reading. That's what I'm doing. You might be like, I'm regretting watching it, Steve. I hear you. Hey, you can shut it off. I can't. I got to finish. Right? What am I supposed to do? All right, here we go. Now, for somebody, this means something. I think the energy here, if I'm to apply it to you, you know this is a mistake. You know, if it's an ex, you might get they've already hit it anyway. They've already seen the tits at it. Whatever. Let's just go. It's been a while. You might feel like that, but you got to be careful with this because this is a guilty pleasure person for you. All right? If it's the DHL guy or the FedEx guy or girl, right? Could go either way. You might have had, you've noticed that person. You've thought about it, right? You've thought about it. All right. Let's see where we go. Five of Cups. Am I okay dealing with these three broken cups? You might pretend tell yourself it's a soulmate, so that's what makes it okay. They might very well be a soulmate, but that doesn't matter, right? It's just like toxin, right? If you look at, if someone's a soulmate, there's got to be more than that. There's got to be a connection. I mean, there's got to be some trust. There's got to be some communication. There's got to be a bond that's built. You can be soulmates and have no bond with somebody and no connection whatsoever, so you just never... Soulmates walk past each other all the time on the street without ever realizing it because there's no bond. If they had a chance to talk, they could form one really quick, but they don't always get that chance, right? It's like anything else. Here we go. Five of Cups. Why is that here? Okay. Temperance. Yeah, it's an energy of truth. The energy around it is... Well, you're protected here a little bit. I don't want to read it that way. I want to give you the deeper energy, but I don't want to trigger anybody. Yeah, there's the King of Pentacles. That's this guy over here. Give me one more. King of Swords. I knew it. Give me one more. I'm trying. I already know what this is. I'm just trying to get proved wrong. The Six of Pentacles. You know you shouldn't, but you're going to do it anyway. Okay? With whoever this is. For some of you, this is a very high-level soulmate for some of you. This is like the person you watch tarot readings about. If for some reason you know you shouldn't, your spidey sense is going off. The universe, the angels, Archangel Michael is telling you, okay, what's on top? The Chariot. And why is that here? Page of Cups. And what's the bridge? Be careful about being delusional. Yeah, the Knight of Cups. Yeah. We'll get to these in a minute. Bridging energy, read together, right? Bookends, whatever you want to call it. Knight of Cups, Five of Cups. There's a delusion here. Little girls this age all believe that it's going to last forever when they get their little crushes. They get the little notebooks. Well, I'm just going by what I observed of my sisters. You get the little notebooks out. You put the little heart. Oh, Tommy. I love Tommy. Tommy forever. Right? That kind of shit. Where the fuck's Tommy now? I don't know. At the end of the day here, that's what it is. You're going to let your imagination run away with you. It's just, I don't know. You're going to learn a lesson the hard way here. You need to face a reality before you go into this. I have no idea what else to tell you. You're delusional if you think that whoever this person is, with a devil and a Seven of Swords here, you're delusional to think that this is going to go the long way. This is going to take off and last forever, and it's the beginning of a great new love in your life, and is the Knight of Cups coming. It's not the Knight of Cups coming towards you. It's this guy with some hair gel and some decent clothes that he borrowed from somebody, right? From a decent human being. At the end of the day, saying whatever they need to say because your energy is smoking hot right now. Everybody's clamoring to talk to you. If they're not yet, they will be. You're very, very attractive. It's about the energy itself. So people are going to try all kinds of things. If you let it, if you put away all that crap and you let it, this will teach you something about someone. Okay? It'll teach you. It'll help you in the future. And I think that's what I keep looking at this character here, and I keep thinking if this person this is you, would just realize that, yeah, the 3 cups are going to, the cups are going to get knocked down. But the 2 cups standing is not necessarily that this is a soulmate and we begin something new, this delusional little girl drawing hearts in a book around Tommy, whoever the fuck that is. You know, as long as you realize that, yep, the 3 cups are going to be down, and these 2 cups standing are a lesson. It's a balanced energy. It's something you learn that you could take forward with you, right? Then it's worth doing. It's fine. I think you want to. I mean, as far as doing, right? I think you want to. I think you like this person. I think you're about to get asked out by somebody or whatever. Or somebody's going to express some kind of interest in you, even if it's just being your friend. I think you want to. And I think your spidey sense will go off with a 7 of Swords and a devil here. And they're going to, again, agree. It might be a topic that you have a dispute with this person with. They're going to just agree with you. They're just going to cave in. Because that's the easiest way to get what you want from somebody. You know, it's sort of a Trojan horse technique, right? Where you pretend you're harmless to get in the door. It's like my vacuum cleaner salesman from earlier, right? Oh, I was here earlier. You rejected my thing. But can I just use your bathroom real quick? Can I just come in? Right there, you did. Right there. At the end of the day, I'm going to be watching your story on Dateline. That is a Trojan horse technique, you know? Don't fall for it. You point to a bush in the yard. You go, okay. Maybe over there if you can hide yourself. Mrs. Nelson always looking down, so be careful. You know, I mean, whatever. At the end of the day here, I think you know spidey sense is going off. But if you go into it with the right attitude and allow it to happen, it's sort of like what we talked about in the Soulmate Journey reading. You'll learn something. You'll figure something out. And yeah, there really was sexy Sadie energy from the Beatles. You know, it really was that kind of thing. They learned a lot from that experience. They actually grew quite a bit from that experience. So that's what I got. Let's see if there's anything else the universe wants to tell you. Take it for what it's worth to you. It's just letting you know. I mean, if I'm to sum this reading up, it's just letting you know somebody's going to ask you out and they're lying to you. Or somebody comes back and they say they've changed. They're lying to you. Somebody comes back and they say that they agree with you on a topic even though you've been arguing on a topic and that's why you got a separation. They're lying to you. Why? Because they probably want to get those tits. End of story. And that can be either banging you or it could be just having you in their life if they're a family member or something like that. Flying out on the floor is the 10 of Cups reversed. It landed just like that, flew right out of the deck, crossed by the 9 of Swords, and underneath it the 7 of Cups of confusion. Is there a 3 of Swords here somewhere? No, but there's a Queen of Swords, close enough. She cuts things out. I felt something sharp. That's why I asked if there was a 3 of Swords. I'll take the Queen. That's all right. 10 of Cups reversed. Crossed by the 9 of Swords and the 7 of Cups of confusion. We'll just take it that way. Normally, I wouldn't advise you be a doubting Thomas because it's a gateway energy that leads to cynicism. And cynicism is dangerous. It requires a genius EQ and a genius IQ to be handled properly. You know, so I don't really like that. I don't really like people getting cynical because most people aren't in those categories. So, but at the end of the day here, I'm going to encourage you to be a little bit of a doubting Thomas. When this energy approaches, and you'll know, actually it may be multiple energies approaching. Whatever the case, err on the side so that you're not confused, trying to figure out what somebody means by something or if somebody's telling you the truth. It's a bunch of nonsense. Assume they're not, okay? It's the easiest. Let their actions show you whether they're telling you the truth or not the words. Actions definitely are important here, way more than words. The words are a bunch of nonsense. And I mean actual physical actions because somebody actually might do themselves up real nice and make themselves super attractive. In other words, if somebody's coming in, somebody shows up back, somebody's been gone a long time with judgment there. They show up, assuming this isn't the DHL or FedEx person, but they show up and they tell you, I've changed, and they're looking all nice. They got a suit on. Normally, you've never seen them outside of a tracksuit, and they're wearing a fucking real, Armani suit, real nice, that kind of a thing, That's, again, don't assume that that's for real. Don't try to figure out if they're lying to you. There's a good chance with these energies here. Somebody's playing a fast one just to get back in the door. Somebody's doing the vacuum cleaner salesman. Can I use your bathroom? Right? We just established trust the last time I was here. Now, can I use your bathroom? Sure. Boom. That's it. All right? Do what you want to do. It's weird energy. It's tricky energy right now. There's a lot of energies around right now. You'll see this in the February readings when I pull them. I guarantee it. Not just mine. You'll see it in anybody. I know y'all cheat on me with other readers, so you'll see it there too. You'll see that there's a lot of energies. There's a lot of opportunities for you to eliminate energies that have been hidden from you for a while. So hidden things are coming to the surface for you to see, right? The only thing is you've got to shut your ego down to see them. That's all. That's the only trick to it. And that's why I like that Temperance is crossing over here in this Five of Cups. All right? So this is probably good practice for February energy, or it might be your main player in February for a couple of you. But I think this is practice energy more than anything else. All right, that's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Good luck.